Hi, Dr. Keith Ablow with another Pain-to-Power video. This one is about another Pain-to-Power person of the week. And if you haven't yet understood exactly what that is a person every week. I'm anointing another person who deserves to be recognized for his or her courage, commitment to self in the best sense of that word, and willingness to take some risks in order to stand up for the truth. So, who is it this week? Selina Soule. Selina Soule finished high school not long ago and is actually suing the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference. Why is she doing that? Well, she's suing the CIAC, because the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference, because she was made to compete as a female during high school. She was made to compete against biological males who said, I'm female, right? So they identified as females. They're transgender athletes. She was made to compete against them, and that meant that she didn't ascend to certain track meets, state meets, the highest competitions, because these biological males won again and again. They blocked her path to those higher levels of competition for females. And she's suing because, after all, she's saying, this isn't right. Why should I, as a biological female, be made to compete against people whose muscular structure is different than mine, who may well be in any stage of transition, may have testosterone coursing through their bodies that hasn't been stopped for them, perhaps. Any number of factors that are quite real. They have the DNA of males. I support that because, number one, I'll tell you, in this cancel culture, it takes a lot of courage to stand up to the cancel culture and to say, this isn't right, and I'm not gonna sit for it. Okay? So that's number one. It takes courage. Number two, I happen to think that she's aligned with the truth. She's aligned with the truth. Why do I think that? Because I think it speaks for itself. Okay? I don't know why somebody who has an edge, like, say, the body status, the body habitus, the musculature, the strength, the cardiac performance of a male, the hormone testosterone coursing through their bloodstreams. Why would they want to compete against biological females with that unfair advantage? How about somebody who, let's say, said, listen, given who I like to befriend, my level of emotional maturity, the fact that I haven't progressed that far in school, even though I'm 19, I really feel much more aligned with 11-year-olds in terms of competition. I feel like an 11-year-old, and I feel like I should be able to compete in sports against 11-year-olds. You'd be like, listen, that's not a thing, as the young kids say now. That's not a thing. We're not going to let you bend chronology. We actually have respect for things like time. We have to, as human beings, have some measures of what represents reality. Okay? But the reality killers are coming for us. They want to strip us of all of our bearings in reality, spin us around, make us not know anything so they can take all our power. That's what these folks are up to. Selina Soule says, no, sorry, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to sit still for that. And so she's suing. She has a great attorney. She's represented by a wonderful team. And I hope she wins, because even though she wasn't allowed to compete in certain state athletic competitions because she was boxed out by boys, biological boys, I think that she can win a more important race even at the court, where somebody's got to stand up for the fact that this is unfair. It does damage to women's sports. And if you need to, maybe put it in starker terms, how about if it were boxing and not running? Are we really prepared to have biological males, and not ones who are inferior athletically to other biological males? Let's say they're quite good boxers. Okay? Okay, let's say you get a Golden Gloves boxer, and, The biological male Golden Gloves boxer decides, I'm female, okay? And he wants to now compete against other females. Are we really prepared to see a Golden Gloves champ, male, compete against female boxers and seek to win the female championship? Well, that sounds like a bloody mess, doesn't it? Okay, I think so too. And I think we better get our heads screwed on straight and start respecting things like biology and respecting ultimately reality. So Selina Soule is the Pain-to-Power Person of the Week because she's willing to experience pain in order to stand up for what's right. And that will make her powerful, and it can make all of us more powerful because it encourages us to do the same thing. See, I'm like losing some of my words because I'm getting excited here. It encourages us to do the same thing, makes us more powerful. That's why Selina Soule very much deserves, and I'm very pleased to name her as the Pain-to-Power Person of the Week. And who knows, you could be next. In your life, by the way, I always like to remind you, your story matters. So take the same path. The Pain-to-Power pathway says, don't look for the easy way. Sometimes it's the tough path that yields the greatest strength, the most power. And that's my wish for you. And it's just nice to see Selina Soule as a young woman doing the right thing by taking that path too.